Hello friends, how's it going? It's me, Betty Jean. So a little while ago I mentioned starting up like a 2 more looks, 1 palette series, just because at this point I've done 3 looks with all of my palettes and you guys seemed really into that idea. So I DM'd one of my regular followers who I chat with pretty frequently and asked her to pick 4 palettes for me, and I ran a poll on my Instagram story on which one you guys wanted to see me use first. And I think I'm actually going to use all 4 of her suggestions just in the order that they were voted for because I liked all of her ideas. And Creepy Cute was one of her suggestions and it got so many votes. So did my 2 looks with this palette today. This is forever one of my favorite palettes. I've had this palette for years. I love this brand with my whole heart. I do have an affiliate code with them. It's Butte Bean if you want to save 10%. No pressure, but if you want to save some money and help me out a little bit, then that's for you. This palette just makes me so happy. It's one of my absolute staples. I will forever keep it in my top 10 favorite palettes ever. They're so pigmented while still remaining pastel. They can be built up to be so insanely like neon. It's such a brilliant palette. This is the most simple look I've ever done with this palette that I'm currently wearing, but usually I just create the most bold, bright, dramatic, fun looks. I've played with this countless times. I've done so many videos with this palette. You can check them out on my channel. I just adore this with my whole heart. I don't really have much else left to say. This isn't really a review because you guys have seen me play with this palette 500 times, but we just did 2 more looks and I hope you enjoy them. It's gonna be fun over this next stretch of time just busting out things we already have and getting more use out of what we own. Anyways, let's just sit back, relax, distract, and create some looks. Alright, hello. Welcome to my first 2 more looks, 1 palette series. We're going to be starting this off. I'm going in with my Alter Ego eye primer because I ran out of my Smashbox one officially. So this is what we're going to be using now because your girl can't buy a new eye primer right now. And I didn't mind this Alter Ego one. I think the only thing I don't love about it is that it's not really tinted and I prefer a tinted eye primer. But I do like the texture of it. It's nice. It's not too sticky, but it's not like dry feeling. I don't know, it's pretty solid. For this look, I really want just like a black to gray smoky eye, and then I want a pop of that lime green in the inner corner. Guess I should show you the palette, right? I just love this palette with my whole heart. I can't get enough of it. Okay, let's start by, I'm gonna take a little bit of Tombstone very lightly with this Morphe E23 brush. Not taking a lot. This palette's pretty pigmented. As you can see, I just barely dipped in and it's already going nuts. And I'm just gonna work on blending this through the crease. What are you guys up to on this fine Tuesday, April 7th? I feel like I'm moving a little sluggish today, but you know what, that's fine. There's an emergency vehicle going by right now. I'm gonna take just a teeny bit more, just barely tapped in, so I can start smudging some down here. I went on a walk this morning. I think I walked like almost 3.5 miles. I walked a long way. And then I came home and I just kind of lazily uploaded some videos to get them scheduled, had some lunch, and now I'm here. I'm filming this video and then I'm finally gonna film my menagerie lip swatch video, which that'll already be on my IGTV by the time you're seeing this. Kind of something like that is how I'm gonna start. My camera's already dying, of course. I'm now gonna start by taking Void, or continue, I should say. I've already started. I'm just gonna take this packing brush. It's from So Susan. I'm going to be careful with this black because it's like the best black in the world. And I'm just lightly going to start pressing it. That doesn't look like it's the best black in the world, but it's because I barely took any. I want to build this up slow. I don't want this to get out of hand. As you can see, I'm not carrying this black up very high. I want this very much focused, just like on my actual lid where my eyeball resides. I'm gonna take a mixture of Tombstone and Void now on this smaller blending brush. And I'm just gonna start working that kind of in my crease. And I'm just gonna kind of make my mixture as often as I feel like it. With a black smoky eye like this, you kind of just have to take it slow. I definitely have a cat hair on my nose. I can feel it. Gonna take that first blending brush I had, no additional product, just to really help blend this outer edge. I'm gonna take that mixture also and drag it under my lower lashes. I'm also just going to take this little definer brush from Alamar Cosmetics with just the black, just to really press that up against my lashes on the lower parts. Sorry I'm not super chatty. Traffic is going nuts outside today. Like, there's constantly loud buses and emergency vehicles right now. I don't know why. It's literally 2 o'clock on a Tuesday. There should be nothing wild going on, but you never know here in Florida. I'm taking that medium-sized brush, by the way, that I had the mixture on. I don't have any additional product, but I'm just using that to help smudge out that line so that it's nice and deep. Something about just like an all-black smoky eye makes me feel so good. For a fun little moment, I am going to grab Colourpop Ritz, and I'm just going to use my finger and tap this over top to give us like a glossy black moment. I think that'll be so pretty. Oh my gosh, look at that. It's just so cool. Ritz is like the best thing ever. Gives you that instant wet glossy look without having something actually glossy on your lids. Okay, back into the creepy cute. I'm gonna take a hint, and I'm gonna take this small blending brush from Luxie. It's the, what are you? 121. And I'm just gonna take that, and I'm just gonna kind of press it in my inner corner, and then just very lightly start blending it out for this pop of neon green. And I am going to go in with a highlight next, so for now I just want this to be blended out as kind of like a green aura. Oh, this is looking so sick. I wish I had like plans, but nobody has plans right now. I'll also have to go down into my husband's office and bug him. So now I'm going to take Laser Glazer from Kaleidos, which is what I use as my face highlights. It's the pretty green one. I'm just going to take that same brush actually. And I'm just going to press that right in the actually I'm going to use my pinky, I lied. Just so I can get really in that little spot. Oh my gosh, yes, that's exactly what I wanted. Just that brilliant pop of green. I'm gonna take a little more take a hint on that blending brush. The fun thing about this look is you could do this exact look with literally any pop of color in the inner corner and it would be so cool. I'm gonna do one final thing. I'm gonna take this glitter from Shroud Cosmetics also. It's called Bright Side. It says Shroud, but that's because they had a different name once upon a time. This one's like a neon yellow, but I want just a teeny little sprinkle of it right in the inner corner. These glitters are biodegradable, but I don't know if they're considered eye safe or not. So just be careful with glitter as always. Taking a little teeny bit of NYX glitter primer on that Luxie brush. I'm just gonna kind of press it. And then I'm just gonna take a teeny little bit of just kind of like the residue that's in the cap because I don't want like a ton of this. I'm just gonna very lightly just kind of press it in that area just to add even more shebang. I love how finely milled Shroud's glitters are. They're so pretty. I feel like I kind of went off with this look, just saying. All right, I'm going to repeat it on the other eye, finish up my details, and I'll be back. All right, here's look number 1 of 2. I love this. I feel so bold, so fierce. I love this eye look so much. I just love this whole vibe. I think it's so cool. I love it. The eye pencil I decided to go with is Gotcha from LA Girl. Excuse me, car. My lashes are Lady Killer from Rouge and Rogue, and on my lips I went with Cricket from Menagerie. Goodness, do you guys hear all this traffic? All right, that's all I have to say for now. Let's move on to look number 2. Hello, hello. Lawn mowing just started as soon as I finished my face, so you might hear some lawnmower. I'm gonna try to just not talk when he's around, but you guys know how my life is. And please don't judge my nails. I ripped them off last night. Don't do as I do, because now I'm in pain. I didn't have enough acetone on me to soak them off properly, so now I hurt. I want to play with the third eye shade. I never really give this one that much love just because like oranges and peaches on the eye aren't, well, I like peach, but when it's like a pinky peach. Orangey peaches like this isn't my favorite thing in the world. But I think I want to do like kind of this shade into the pink, and then I want to play with my Peaches and Cream Glam Vice Pastel Liner for this look. Something a little more simple in the grand scheme of things, but I think it'll be cute. So I'm going to take Third Eye, that orangey shade, on the Spectrum A08 brush. I'm just going to press that in the outer half of my eye. I also think I'm going to do something I never do, and I want to leave my lower lash line blank. I cannot remember the last time I did that, but I thought it might be kind of pretty with just these light pastel orangey pinks on the eye, and then the liner, and then just blank lower lash. Why not? Just building this shade up. This would totally pop more on a white base. I think this is the one shade in the palette that I think, like, I don't know, it's just not my favorite, but I think it's also just a personal preference thing because it performs fine. I don't love that shade. I'm gonna take Strawberry Milk, that pink now, on the opposite side of that brush. Why is my phone dinging? I keep it on silence. Sorry about that. And this is gonna go in the front portion. And I just want it to merge from pink to orange. I also think I'm going to put a little bit of a shimmery shade over top of everything as just a little topper moments, you know? Taking just a blending brush and I'm just gonna fluff the very edges. This look is gonna be like ridiculously simple, but that's kind of what I want. I feel like I don't know. I think it's just the orange shade is throwing me off because it's just not my favorite thing. But I'm about to put a topper on and then a wing, so I need to just leave it alone. To top it, I'm gonna take this one called Day Trippin' from Colourpop. It was from that Making Mauves collection. Just gonna put some on my finger and then go right over top, just to add a cute little sparkle. To highlight my inner corner, I'm gonna use my face highlight, which is Ray Rider from, what's it called? Kaleidos Makeup? Goodness, I totally blanked there. I just wanted something very light and springy for this look, especially just because the first look was so insane. And I kind of wanted to play on the idea of doing one bold, one simple look with my 2 More Look series. I won't necessarily stick to that every time, but if I just feel inclined, I might try to do like one bold, one simple. So this is my one bold, one simple. All right, time to play with this liner. This is the one shade I haven't used out of the, I think, 7 that I own. And I'm excited to use it. I hope it looks cute. I'm gonna use this brush that's already loaded up with liner, but I'm just gonna wipe it off. I'm just gonna soak it in water and wipe this brush off on my towel, because you need water to activate these anyways. I'm gonna repeat myself again, as I've been saying with these. These aren't necessarily super beginner friendly. I feel like you do have to kind of have some patience and just kind of get used to the making the right consistency and just kind of playing with them, but I think they're a lot of fun. So I'm just loading my brush up in this little bit of water I have right here, and I'm just kind of swirling it around just to get a good consistency. You want it to be really creamy. For me at least, I want it to be really creamy, but I don't want it to be like too liquid either. If it's too thick, I find that it cracks on me really easy, but if it's too watery, I think that would be too messy. So just finding like the right consistency. I'm using this old Tarte brush that I have, and I'm just gonna create my wing. This wing is obviously optional. I don't expect anyone to go out and buy this liner. I just get a lot of requests to use these liners, and since I haven't used this specific shade yet, I figured now would be a good time. Okay, I'm gonna let this dry and I'm gonna finesse it off camera, and I'll be back when the rest of my details are on. All right, this is our second and final look. I think it's really cute, very different for me not having anything on the lower lash line, and also playing with like these orangey tones, which I also don't do very often, and especially like light orange. This is just not a color I ever reach for, but I think it's really springy, it's very fresh, it was very easy, and I think it's cute. I definitely prefer look number 1, but I do think this is really pretty, and I think this is very much a lot of people's style, just going more light. My eye pencil I decided to go with is UNTZ from Colourpop, just like a little pop of bright orange, I guess. Lashes are still Lady Killer from Rouge and Rogue, and on my lips I went with the Cherish liquid lipstick from Sugar Pill. So yeah, this was my final look. Let's move on to the end of the video. All right, so I'm back. Those were my 2 looks. Which look was your favorite out of the 2? Do you like this more simple, cutesy look, or did you like the more dramatic look? I'm personally a fan of look number 1. I felt so good in that look. That was so pretty. Oh, I loved that look. Ritz over top of that black was a match made in heaven. And I really like this Day Trippin' one on top of these shades. I just think it's really cute. It's a very cutesy look, and I do like it, but it's not my favorite in the world. What do you guys think of this palette? Is this one that you have? Is this one you've had your eye on for a while? I would love to chat about it. If you enjoyed this first installment of this 2 More Looks series, then give me a thumbs up. If you made it to the end, I want you to leave me a lime green emoji to kind of play off of that first look. And if you're not already, please hop over to my Instagram. It's BeautBean. Follow me there. I post every single day, and don't forget to subscribe. I'm posting most days here as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Okay, bye.